Hey there, Tubanites, it's your friendly neighborhood flash in the pan. Today we are going to discuss my Savage MSR15 Recon. You guys have seen videos on this before. As you probably know, or should know by now, this has kind of been my DMR build out, kind of my precision rifle build out of sorts. This barrel has a 1-in-8 twist, which was supposed to be kind of set up for more heavier grain bullets, and I had every intention of finally doing an accuracy test with some heavier weight bullets on this particular range trip. But as you'll see in the videos that I'll throw in somewhere in here, I was getting double taps. So what was happening, and it was weird because it didn't happen the first couple shots, and of course I've dry fired this 1,000 times. Oh, I didn't mention, sorry. I swapped out, I got rid of the, I think it's a Blackhawk, but I replaced the Blackhawk trigger that came with it originally with a PSA 3.5 pound single stage. I was really hoping to get, just a real, because I was never a real fan of this trigger. I've talked about that before. And so one of my neighbors had, I think, one of the PSA 3.5 pounders, and I really liked it. I was like, all right, well, cool. I'll put that on my, precision gun, and finally get to shoot real good groups with it, with a, a real nice trigger. And I've been dry firing this for a while, just like you should. Now, what I can't remember now, though, is if I was just releasing the trigger and cycling the action to dry fire, or if I was holding the trigger back like I normally do when I'm shooting. So as you'll see in the video, what was happening was after about 3 or 4 shots, it started double tapping. And I haven't changed anything, or I've put it back to the way it was, because I've already figured out what I did wrong. So as you'll see in the video, I tried it a couple times. I had my son try it off camera, and it was doing the same thing. It was just double tapping. So if you watch, all right, so listen. Okay, that's me firing, and I'm still holding the trigger down, all right? So cycle the action and listen. That trigger just went off again, so it was double tapping. No matter what you did, it would double tap. So I came home thinking I'd have to throw this piece of junk back in. I actually already made an intro to this particular video, kind of, I won't say bad talking, but thinking that this particular trigger was not going to work for me. And I'll show you, there's no directions in here. And maybe I'm the idiot, probably am, but there's, it's just this, and there's a nice little thing about, hey, this is our trigger, cool, thanks for buying it, kind of thing. No instructions. This is my first time changing out a trigger, so again, I'm probably the idiot, but hopefully this will help you guys learn from my mistake. So here's what I figured out. So of course I already tore everything down once, which isn't a big deal. You have to pull your grip off, and then there's a little spring-loaded pin that keeps your safety selector locked in there, right? And then you pull the safety selector out, and then you can just pull. You got to take your pins off, or your screws out as well, and then the firing mechanism slides right out. And man, I played with it, and I finally noticed. I'll just show you. Hold on. I don't know what YouTube nonsense rules are, so I'll go ahead and do this off camera. So, if you don't know how to take down an AR-15 by now, well, we can do that in another video. I don't know. So, here's your trigger. Here's what's happening, right? So, you fire. Now watch. Reset. I'm still pinning it, but watch. Oh, it didn't do it to me that time. It's gonna make a liar out of me now. Well, anyways, you saw what it was doing. What I found out was, I'll use my little Allens to tighten it. There are 2 little screws, Allen screws, right? You can't see. Right in there. There's 2 of them on either side of the firing pin. So what you're supposed to do, I found out, is after you install this in there, you are supposed to take it comes with 2 little Allens to tighten these screws here, but then also I discovered through just trial and error that you are supposed to tighten those down until they kind of bottom out. You snug them up. I'm assuming snug them up. Again, I don't know any of this for sure, but it has worked. So tighten both of those down. You put her back together. here, sorry. Bear with me. This is live camera. All right, so now you'll see. Good shoot, reset. Ah, there. So, if you, at the very least, if you use a PSA 3.5 pound single stage trigger, I prefer the curved. I know a lot of people are getting into the flat. I've shot those, they're fine. I still prefer the curved, and maybe I'll come around, I don't know. But I'll roll those videos in, you'll see I was double tapping, very scary. It's not something you want to do, obviously, and so I shut it down pretty quick. Had my son try it just in case I was the moron. Same thing happening to him. So it's kind of not a wasted range trip because you guys got to see the Mossberg MVP, but we took 2 guns hoping to shoot them both, and then we had to just sit this one out and just shoot the Mossberg, which was fun. That's a good gun. I also added in offset sights just because, you know, it's more of a DMR, whatever. You know what I'm saying. It's just something you do, but at the same time, if something pops up close, whatever. I still haven't sighted those in either because, of course, we can't even keep it from doing double taps. I appreciate y'all watching. Go ahead and chime in the comments if you've had the same problem or if this is helpful at all to you. Now that this is working, I'm very excited to get back to the range because that's a really good trigger. It really is. I was super excited to go and finally shoot this because I was so disappointed with this trigger that and this kind of felt like a waste trip. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm rambling now. Appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you in the next one. See it double tapping?